Hi, everybody. Welcome to Halftime Live here on Bruce Sports. Happy Hump Day, baby. How you doing, Tanner Burke?
I'm doing.
You're doing?
I'm doing.
What's going on? The Bills didn't even play yesterday. Why are you...
I figured it out, Baxter.
What did you figure out?
I figured it out. I solved the puzzle.
The meaning of life?
No.
Why the Browns are always bad?
A slightly overcooked bagel is the hardest thing to eat in the car.
A slightly overcooked bagel is the hardest thing to eat.
On a paper plate.
On a paper plate. With cream cheese.
Well, yeah.
And sprinkles.
No.
Not sprinkles?
No. Maybe like garlic flakes or something.
Do you have a lot of experience eating things in cars?
I mean, when the moment
moment's there.
calls for it, yeah.
Hashtag get after it.
Yeah.
I guess so.
Do you not?
Occasionally. Try to do my eating after I'm done commuting, usually, unless I really need to be eating.
Oh, you know, I wanted to be here.
I'm glad you're here.
I apologize for barging in during two up front.
No, it's all good. It's like, so the MLS, like, hey, everybody. I'm like, Tanner, shut the...
I'm like walking in like Mr. Rogers. I'm like, just finished my bagel.
Seriously, like, hey.
Like, everybody's going to be so excited to see me. Good morning. Oh,
like, Tanner, shut up. Yeah, thankfully that didn't. I know. I think, I'm pretty sure I snapped at you. I just
you did. I was like, he's so mad. I'm never coming back from this.
We will survive. Today is going to be one of those days, folks, where we actually talk more about the Cleveland Browns than we do virtually anything else. So if you're not a Browns fan or just want to help us laugh at the Browns, you can probably tune out and go to do something else with your life. But if you do have a comment or a thought about everything we talk about today, we've got two great guests joining us. Brennan Mense is going to be joining us later on in the show to talk about the wonderful world of baseball. Timmy Tebow, I know that you are just dying to talk about Tim.
There's nothing I love talking about more.
Timothy Tebow we will talk about. We'll be joined in just a little bit as well by Rachel Wood to talk about the NWSL Preseason. So we're excited to speak with her as well. So there's two great guests for two exciting different things taking place on the show today. But before we get to any of that, before we lollygag, we frolic, we do anything, we do our segment on Wednesday called What's Up Wednesday?
Do we?
What's up, Tanner?
What's up, Baxter?
What's up in the sports world? That's what I want to know.
All right, I do want to know
what's
certain
hot,
things.
What's popping?
I don't know. Are you asking me?
I am. What's up with the sports world on this Wednesday? Kristaps Porzingis is hurt. That's what's up.
Oh, boy.
How do you feel about the Knicks not even giving a damn and being like, well, we're going to lose the rest of the games anyway, so who cares?
What's the benefit of tanking in the NBA?
There is no benefit because the
like
lottery...
It's like tanking in baseball. It doesn't really benefit you.
Well, the lottery is so weird anyway when it comes to the NBA. It's like, oh, you might be the first pick, you might be the sixth pick. It's like, just if I'm the worst team in the NBA, I should get the first pick.
It's like the draft for the MLB being mid-season.
I don't understand that.
What's the difference between being the 50th overall pick and the 276th? But aside from a couple years in minors,
absolutely nothing. It's kind of like war. What is it good for?
Absolutely nothing.
Second.
Anyway, how are you today? I didn't really.
I am in a mood today, Tanner Berg.
I am too.
I am in a mood.
Facebook layoff.
No, give us more.
No, give us more.
We want more. Comment below, share. Tell the world that Baxter and Tanner have already lost their damn minds.
It's only Wednesday.
It's only Wednesday.
You got 2 more days with me.
I'm fine with that. I'm not mad about you being on the show. I almost called it my show. Look at me. Welcome to the Baxter Colburn Show, featuring Tanner Berg today.
Maybe we should change the Moody Monday segment to Moody Wednesday.
Moody
Hump Day.
Because people are just like, I don't give it. No. What are you moody about today? What's up with you in the sports world? What's up with you as a whole today, folks? Did you take part in Pie Day yesterday?
No.
Did you take place in Taco Tuesday?
Nope.
What did you do with yourself? Did you do anything worth relevance at all? Probably not. Maybe you did. I have no idea. But in the event that you decided to do something exciting with your life, make sure you let us know about it below because, of course, we love to hear about it.
Yes.
No?
I do.
Do you not?
Oh, I do.
What's wrong with you? What? I really want to break this down. What's wrong with you?
I've been asking myself that question for many years.
I've been asking you that question since I met you. But still, you're a Buffalo Bills fan, so I get it. You have certain things that you can not do.
My whole life is a basket of contemplation.
Isn't a basket of contemplation?
Yes. Yes, it is.
A basket of sweet, yummy goodness.
What's up Wednesday? What else is going on? Let's...
Not too much else, I feel like. I mean, what else do you want to talk about? I mean, we've got other things to talk about later on, like LeVar Ball we'll talk about.
Yeah,
Did you hear his house got vandalized?
I mean...
Or it got burgled or vandalized.
Burgled?
Burgled. Something.
People throwing burgers at him?
Mr. Krabs came back with Krabby Patties and was like,
I wouldn't be so mad.
Throwing them. Hopefully not.
LeVar Ball, that guy.
We'll talk about him later
He's a
on
guy.
because you need time and things and stuff to talk about. We'll get to
We'll get to
LeVar later. We'll talk
Oh my
about
God,
him.
we're giving him exactly what he wants.
He is. Stop feeding the beast.
Jeez.
All right, let's get to our first correspondent because she is a busy gal, and I know that we need to continue to honor our correspondents with everything that they do and the tireless hours of effort and work and research and just overall awesomeness that they provide us. It is Rachel Wood, one of our soccer correspondents, and she joins us now here on Halftime. Rachel, happy Wednesday to you. How are you today?
Happy Wednesday, guys. Well, I am good. I'm trying to survive the remnants of Snowstorm Stella.
They actually named the storm Snowstorm Stella. Why would they do that to those that have a lisp problem?
Say that one 3 times fast.
Snowstorm Stella.
I'm already illiterate as it is. So
well, and he's also drinking, so you can't really. Tanner was done before we started.
Yes.
Warm up before you go on the air, you know.
I agree, and I feel like we should clear the air here before we get going too far here. Tanner, Rachel's a Patriots fan.
Oh, come on! I can't go a single day without hearing about the gosh darn Patriots. Unbelievable.
Whoop, whoop, whoop. I love it.
I can't not be a Patriots fan and live in Boston. I wouldn't.
Yeah, you can. It's
she
very
lives
possible.
She lives in Boston.
They don't. You don't have to do anything.
They don't have to do it.
All you have to do is die and pay taxes. That's the only thing that comes with life. So.
Die, pay taxes, and cheer for Tom Brady.
Be a witch hunt. You know, I have a real quick.
That also happened in Massachusetts at one point. In time.
Massachusetts is just a hub of excitement, I feel like.
I have a former Bills fan who lives in Boston. Who used to live in Milwaukee.
You said?
Well, he's a Bills. Oh God, he's gonna hate me for that.
You said former Bills fan.
He's a former Milwaukeean Bills fan who now lives in Boston. So it is possible. You can still change to the good side if you want.
Well, I hope he changes his name.
Rachel's like, because I will find him and I will kill him. All right, Rachel, let's talk about the NWSL preseason because folks are certainly excited about the upcoming season. You yourself, as you mentioned, you're in Boston. The Boston Breakers, very close to where you live as well. Got that first overall draft pick out of the University of Wisconsin, Rose Lavelle. Your thoughts about the upcoming season and what fans can expect as well, too, with all the craziness of the offseason moves that we've seen so far the last couple of weeks.
I'm really excited to see the way that Boston play this year. Amen. I think Rose Lavelle was such a great choice. I think Matt Beard did really well in the draft and in his player selection. And I actually hadn't seen Rose Lavelle play before the She Believes Cup, and I thought she crushed it.
Girl is fast.
She's technical. She's a lefty. She's a triple threat, basically. And I can't wait to watch her sort of, weave and bob up the field and hopefully revive and have a better season for Boston this year.
Yeah, and I'd agree with you on that one, too. I mean, Rose Lavelle, a very special young player. She's one of those few players that can run insanely fast on a field, but also keep control of the ball as well, which, as you and I know as former soccer players, is not the easiest thing to do, to run at top speed and have almost near perfect ball control. Guys like Ronaldo and Messi do that for a living, but the fact that Rose Lavelle is trying to poke her nose into that conversation has to say something about her technical ability overall.
Hats off to her. It is much harder to do than walking and chewing gum, I will tell you that right now.
Speaking from experience, I'm assuming, right?
Yes,
okay.
Absolutely.
Fair enough. I understand that, I guess. But I think one question that a lot of folks want to have answered is, will we see the then Western New York Flash, now North Carolina Courage, repeat as NWSL champions?
That's a good question. There have been so many. Carly Lloyd has gone overseas. Crystal Dunn has gone overseas. And I think that the Carolina Courage has kept really the same roster. So I think if they can keep that sort of same team camaraderie with that product on the field, I think they'll have a good chance for another good run at it. I mean, this is soccer, and as you and I both know, but I think they've got a real shot.
Yeah, and you talk about having players like Lynn Williams, Jess McDonald, Sam Mewis on that team. They virtually lost nobody, and you'd like to think that when you win a championship with those players and then you basically don't lose a single one of them, that the odds, I feel like, have to be in their favor to at least make the playoffs and at least make a hard push for that championship.
Absolutely. But I feel like they were sort of the Cinderella story last year, and we saw what happened in the premiership with Leicester City. You can have a great year and then things can happen, whether it's on the field, off the field. Like I said, this is soccer, so I feel like the odds are definitely stacked in their favor, especially coaching staff, all the same players. But it can really go either way.
Do you have a particular team that you think could be a dark horse this year, or a team that will certainly surprise some people moving into the regular season?
Boston, baby.
Oh, come on. You're really killing me here. You're killing me here. You could have said anybody else.
What's wrong with that?
Nothing.
She's not wrong, though. To come to Rachel's defense, not that I'm a Patriots fan, which I'm not. Go Packers, go. But Boston has made a lot of great moves. I feel like they're really going to surprise people. They were the worst team in the league last year. Correct me if I'm wrong on that, Rachel.
And I think the year before that.
But that's irrelevant. That's irrelevant to the conversation.
But I'm just saying, Boston is going to have a resurgence, I feel. And the changes that were made in the offseason, I think 50% of the roster is new, if not more. So it's a completely different team than the team that you saw last year, and I think they're going to surprise a lot of people.
And I think what Boston has been doing as well, too, I mean, not to continue to make this all about the Boston Breakers, but you look at the changes that they needed to make. They cut a ton of players at the end of the regular season last year. They ended up going and signing a bunch of new players via either free agency or just trading people left and right. If there's one coach in NWSL that is trying to make an early push for Coach of the Year, it might be Matt Beard, actually, just because of trying to basically restructure the entire Boston Breakers organization.
Yeah, he's pulling out all the stops, and it's going to be exciting to see how it all comes together, I think.
Final question from me here, too, as we are going to bid farewell to you here in just a moment, Rachel, before Tanner completely blows a gasket that we've talked this long to a Patriots fan.
I know. I'm sorry.
What did you?
Ask me what team's gonna have the warmest weather, and I can come up with something other than Boston.
There you go.
Okay, that's fair.
That's a fair point. What did you make of the Lifetime A&E Network's TV deal that the NWSL signed here in the offseason? Is it going to continue to make casual soccer fans now even more aware of what women's soccer is doing here in America, or is it only going to benefit those that are part of the niche that is NWSL and women's soccer fans overall?
I think the deal is great for the league, great for soccer in general, and I think it's going to bring in a whole different population that we might not have been able to reach before. There are so many great TV shows on Lifetime, on A&E, and I have to say I actually watch them, like Dance Moms. Love Dance Moms.
That explains so much about you, Rachel. Now I understand.
That's prime television right there.
But I think so many people watch shows like that, and you can sit there on the couch and sort of binge watch 1, 2, 3 episodes of Dance Moms, and then all of a sudden a soccer game comes on, and you see these really strong women doing such cool things on the field, and I think that's really, and I think we're going to have sort of a lot of surprise soccer fans. Maybe people didn't know they liked the sport or didn't know a lot about it, and it all happened to be on, and I think that's grow the league, the sport, everything. I'm ecstatic about this deal.
And finally, and most important, Rachel, how will the Patriots do this year?
I was going to ask. Yes, I have one last question, but yes, go ahead, Nan. How will the Patriots do, Rachel? Give me the answer I want to hear.
Is the answer you want to hear they're going to repeat?
Oh,
I did say yesterday that they are the most likely champion to repeat. So
that was hard for you to say.
Unfortunately, yes, I lost a lot of friends yesterday. But
it happens.
How much time does Tom Brady have left, Rachel?
You've gained a new friend. So.
Well, that's good.
Rachel is pretty cool from what I've heard.
That's great. I appreciate that.
Well, Rachel, we appreciate you taking the time to join us on Halftime today here on Bruce Sports. We look forward to talking to you again, whether it be about soccer or just to make Tanner sweat for a couple minutes. We'll definitely have to talk to you soon. So thanks for taking the time today. We appreciate it.
I'm here whenever you need me. Thanks for hanging out, guys.
Absolutely. We'll talk to you soon, Rachel. Thanks.
See you later. Bye.
Bye-bye. All right. So Rachel Wood, one of our soccer correspondents and general instigator of all things Boston sports. I may have forgot to tell you about that before we went on.
That's all right. We only had a couple minutes of pre-pro, so that's okay.
Yes, that's a very good point.
But that's a very important thing that if there's anything you need to tell me before any show, it's, hey,
this person is a whatever
Patriots
fan.
Yes.
A couple of comments here on Facebook. Jeff said Pi Day has a meaning when you work at a spice company.
Does it? I suppose it does.
I guess it does. Jeff also says you might need more than an hour of this topic on what's wrong with Tanner, apparently, because we were asking earlier, what's wrong with you?
I was going to bring up, there's some open slots during the week. I could probably...
Well, yeah, you look at our programming schedule, and it's pretty wide open. It's like your Tanner talks about the Bills this much time, I talk about soccer this much time, and then we figure out the rest of the week from there. Welcome to halftime.
Welcome to halftime.
Not actually what happens, we promise.
No.
Peter asks a question about the World Baseball Classic.
This is a good question.
Is the World Baseball Classic good for baseball as a whole? Emotion, camaraderie versus possible injuries, and fatigue. I think I almost want to save that. I think we should re-ask that to Brennan Mense when he joins us a little bit later on in the program, since we're talking more about baseball. But I think the World Baseball Classic, if you'll recall from the first couple of days when we came on the air here at the beginning of March, I said, who the hell even cares about this tournament? Because nobody knows it's even going on.
Yep.
But now people are actually paying attention about it. They'll be like, oh, baseball's taking place.
Jeez,
bless you.
wow.
Are you allergic to baseball like I am?
The Patriots?
The Patriots, like, oh my gosh.
Wow. But
Tom
yeah,
Brady,
no, to play off of that, I mean, the World Baseball Classic, does it affect the fatigue of the players? Maybe. Baseball is one of those sports where there's a reason why they can play 180 games in a season without driving themselves off of a cliff. But obviously, when it comes to hockey, when they have the Olympics or the World Championships, there are times where a certain amount of games may drive players over the edge when it comes to fatigue, overall health and well-being, and then that in itself will concern the organizations and the fans. But when it comes to baseball, I don't think any extra games is really gonna hurt you. I think it's necessarily a good thing. What are you doing?
Nothing. I'm here. I promise.
Did you?
I want to see how far.
Where did you go?
I needed a beer. Okay, and I'm a little mad because the only thing.
How about this? How about you talk? You open up your beer, and I'll get your coaster because this is a beautiful.
This is a beautiful table. So I'm a little upset though, honestly, because I went and checked in our studio fridge.
Hey, I'll do this for you.
All we have is Schlitz.
I'll do this for you.
What kind of a world do we live in that all we have is Schlitz in our studio?
I guess we should take a minute to talk about our beers. You have Schlitz. I didn't drink any of this yet.
Where's Jeff?
It's a
Jeff here?
a malt duck red grape premium beer with Concord grapes. It already sounds like something I'm not gonna like.
I agree.
So if you want to trade, I'm fine with Schlitz.
I mean, I'll take a quick sip of it, honestly.
Go for it.
It's strange. Let's take a hot sip.
Even the color is weird to me, but I thought.
I'd absolutely drink that.
Okay.
There you go.
All
Schlitz
right.
for whatever the heck you're drinking here.
Why not?
You heard it here first. The best trade
I'm
ever.
not saying I would prefer Schlitz over any craft beer, but
think Schlitz is garbage,
I'm not a grape fan.
I think it's great. It's like wine and cider and beer all
See,
had a
that's
baby.
what I figured. I said, you know what? Baxter's gonna love this. He's a wine guy.
Malt
duck. Here, there's a little bit in there. Let me
premium
taste that
beer
bad boy.
with Concord grapes. Yeah, have a hit of that. We've already derailed the show.
It smells like sparkling wine.
It's basically what it tastes like, and I'm very excited about this. So
sparkling grape
my
juice.
day has definitely gotten infinitely
Not
better.
gonna like that. It tastes like communion.
Like communion. Tastes like Christianity. Tastes like Catholics. Oh darn. Who knew the Catholics had a flavor? But apparently it's the malt duck.
My mom says she would drink that, and she
What up,
absolutely
Mom?
would. Someone get Tanner a crisp Labatt stat.
Labatt.
I'm gonna have to.
Somebody get an intern on that.
When we do have a hockey show,
A hockey show. Talking about college hockey.
I will be drinking Molson Canadian Labatt Blue every day.
That's fine. You do what you got to do.
What are we even doing?
We
here
really
on
need
this
to
show?
talk. Say the comments are coming in faster than which is great.
Peter says no earth tones today.
Yeah,
no
so
earth tones.
the earth tone bros didn't get the memo yesterday.
I saw what you were wearing today. I was like, I can't match that.
I have a Where's Like a Waldo shirt on underneath.
I'd say stick with the hoodie.
Yeah, I'm gonna stick. I'm gonna do the rest of the show. Just kind of hanging out like this. Really.
I'll do it under the table. Then I'm just gonna.
What are you doing?
I'm just gonna comment from under the table. Is this okay?
At this point, yes. So let's get to some other comments here because I look like I'm a troll and Tanner's on the floor and I'm the one drinking.
Crying myself to sleep.
All right, let's get back to business here. Let's get down to business. Peter says the World Baseball Classic has already broke last Classic's attendance record in the first round. Dang right, Peter.
How much can you really buy into that, though?
Peter, do you enjoy the World Baseball Classic? That's my question. And if so, who are you supporting? I'd love to know that because Peter is a very wise and interesting fellow that we should really get on the show at some point. I'm really mad at you, Peter, that you don't live in Wisconsin. I'm just throwing that out there so the world knows.
We come up with the greatest idea since sliced bread, and he's like, I'm moving. We're like, okay.
Yeah. Be like, guys, I can't. I'd rather go get buried in snow in New York or wherever the heck he lives now.
Kurt says, I might have to follow the Bills' scores this year just to see what makes Tanner tick. Obsession or sickness? Might have to be a discussion question at the end of the season.
I agree. Jeff also says you might need a panicked Packer segment of things continue to go the way that they are.
Oh my gosh.
Packer fans, I was pushing for this yesterday during happy hour, and I wasn't getting a lot of hits on it. But what do you think of all the chaos that's been taking place here with the free agent signings and then the free agents that continue to leave as well? I mean, I honestly said that Eddie Lacy was the best thing that's ever happened to the Packers because the rest of the team can finally eat and maybe stay healthy now. Maybe that was the problem with the Packers is that everybody was like, bro, we want to eat, so their bones became brittle because Eddie just kept eating all the food while he was like, sorry, guys, I'm going to eat. You all just go out there and break your ankles and stuff.
Big boys got to eat.
Yes, but big girls don't cry.
Big girls don't cry.
Thank you, Fergie. Words of wisdom.
What else is going on? What else do you want to talk about?
Well, Cleveland Browns.
Oh, my God. You want to talk about that?
Well, there's enough stuff to talk about with the Cleveland Browns.
This is how I knew the show was just going to be a total disaster. When we're talking more about the Cleveland Browns and the Patriots than I could ever hope for, ever.
Really? Than you could ever possibly hope for?
I mean, I would never hope for it, but...
You want to talk more about the Browns?
I mean, we should. We should. So the Browns, there's some word out there that the Browns may be trading for...
Oh, they've just traded for you. I just got word.
They're trading for me?
Yes. Hello?
That's a
Tannerberg?
bad move.
Two Schlitzes and a Buffalo and a Jim Kelly jersey?
Sold.
All right. You've got the newest member of the Cleveland Browns.
It's a knockoff. It's from China, though.
It's from China.
Are you my agent?
Yes.
Okay.
I am, apparently. That's what I do.
But
You're
yes,
welcome.
So there is talk that the Brains would be... The Brains. Oh, my God.
The Browns.
The Browns
when Turberberg takes over the Browns.
The Browns would be willing to trade the 12th overall pick for Jimmy Garoppolo. Is that a good move, yes or no?
If you're the Patriots, yes.
That's what I was going to say.
You're like, if you're New England, you'd be like, give us whatever you want to give us.
Why wouldn't you?
Yes, if you can get a first-round pick for your
Jimmy Garoppolo?
For your backup quarterback who has played all of, 2 games?
I wouldn't draft Jimmy Garoppolo at 12th.
No, I wouldn't either. Well, he was what?
So why would you trade your 12th overall pick?
He was the second-round pick, I think, second or third-round pick when he came into the league a couple years ago.
He's not. I mean, we don't know that much about him.
We really don't.
There's everyone's so obsessive over the fact that, they have another franchise quarterback, but we don't know anything about Jimmy Garoppolo, and we won't until he is a starting quarterback on another team, and it's not going to be New England. And it's frustrating me because I'm so sick and tired of all this Jimmy G. He lost to the Bills. Does that mean anything? It should, right?
It doesn't.
That usually means a lot.
Why would it?
Look at me. I'm already hating him. I'm hating my own football team right now.
What kind of a fan are you?
Yeah, so anyways, the Browns are considering trading the 12th overall pick for Jimmy Garoppolo. Smart by the Browns, I suppose, since they already
need a quarterback.
They have 2 first-round picks within the top 15, so one of them happens to be the first overall pick, so why wouldn't you? And from the Patriots standpoint, you have Tom Brady, and he says he's willing to play for another 5 years, and I have no reason to believe why he wouldn't be phenomenal for the next 5 years. It's frustrating to me, but...
What are you going to do?
What are you going to do? It makes sense on both sides, and to be honest, that would be the best way to do it. Some people are also talking about the Browns possibly in the mix to trade for Kirk Cousins.
That I would be more interested in to see.
For a 12th overall pick?
Yes.
I would take Kirk Cousins over Jimmy Garoppolo.
I would take Kirk Cousins. I would start Kirk Cousins. I would cut Jimmy Garoppolo, and I would just
sit the Browns.
Sit the Browns. Be like, you guys, you know what? Kirk's got this.
But yeah, that's actually an interesting debate because if, say, the Browns took their 12th pick and they're like, we could get Garoppolo or Cousins.
Why not? YOLO.
I would go for Cousins.
Yeah, Kirk Cousins is clearly the better quarterback no matter who you talk to, I feel like.
We don't have enough sample size on Jimmy G. So
I agree.
Is that enough Browns talk for you? That's been like 5 minutes.
Yeah, I guess, if you're about that life.
We could keep going. I could keep talking about the Browns.
No, I mean,
I gotta tell you something though.
Okay, what do you want to tell me?
I have to look him up. But I used to do Periscope.
Okay.
I used to do Periscope. I would go live on
You're a
Periscope
scoper?
twice a week.
Shoot.
And I had a decent following, but Periscope was neat because I just happened to stumble across a Major League Baseball scout one day, and one of the Browns cornerbacks came in and started talking to me about. I gotta remember who it was. It kills me that I don't remember. He's probably watching.
Was it Joe Hayden?
No, he's probably watching right now. Like he doesn't even know. He doesn't remember. But yeah, so
I thought we had something,
I
man.
know. But yeah, he came on, and I was talking smack to him. I was like, "Oh, the Bills are going to crush you this year." So like, as much as a Bills fan can talk,
So how much smack can a Bills fan
with a
talk
Browns
if a Bills talk
cornerback.
good smack?
Yeah, but it was ridiculous. So yeah, but that was cool though. That was a lot of fun. It was pretty neat to be like, "Oh, I'm talking to a cornerback for the Browns."
Starting quarterback,
I guess,
for your Cleveland.
So
Browns.
imagine being this pro baseball scout, and he's got a Bills fan like talking smack to a Browns cornerback like in his chat, and he's just like,
Be like,
"What is
guys,
this?
so the Blue Jays are going to be good this year. Be like,
What
no
is
one cares.
life?" Yeah.
Bills suck.
So
Down with you, Browns. Damn you all. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, what are you going to do, I guess, about that? If the Browns, I think if the Browns win 6 games this year, I think they'll be mad. If they win 8 games, I think that's a success.
Sure.
You know? I do. I really do. Are the Cleveland Browns going to make a run in the AFC? No. Are they going to make the playoffs? No. Are they going to win more than 6 games? Yes.
So yeah, I mean, when you're at the bottom of the league and you have the first overall pick,
and you've made decent off-season signings,
and you've made progress, you're not the last in the league again. Yeah, that's a success.
Yeah.
You're not everybody's going to be like the Lions, where they get the first overall pick and then they're in the playoffs the next year.
Correct.
So
I completely agree with you on that one. Trevor says, chalk it up to the Belichick swindling.
Swindling.
Well, yeah. I mean, if you can get him, get him.
Yeah, why wouldn't you?
I wouldn't be mad about that if the Packers were doing awful and we had whoever RG3 or not anymore, Josh McCown as our quarterback. I would definitely want to try to go out and get Jimmy Garoppolo. I'd be like, heck yeah, like give us the best available guy around.
Well, that's the thing. If you don't have a quarterback, obviously Jimmy Garoppolo is going to be an enticing option, but
very enticing.
There are other options out there. So
not a lot though. Not enough for my
Cousins doesn't want to play in Washington.
Well, he doesn't, and he's saying that his trade request got denied as well too. But then he was also denying he was denying the denial.
Yeah.
So what do you even make of that if you're Kirk Cousins?
I don't know. It's ridiculous.
What do you want to do if you're Kirk Cousins? If I had Kirk at the table, I'd be like, bro,
I want to
leave.
Do you want? I'd want to leave.
But he wants to potentially go to like San Francisco or Cleveland.
Which makes no sense to me.
Washington, unfortunately, is better.
Yeah.
Not by much. Really not by that much. But why would you
He's like, is Jerry Rice still down there?
Yeah. Can I split time with Steve Young? We still got Garrison Hurst back there.
Quarterback by committee.
Would you ever do that on Madden? Ever quarterback by committee?
Yeah, every now and then.
I would totally do that.
It's not like the players really need to warm up. You can put them in and out whenever you want. It's Madden, so
it's the best part about Madden. I have Madden 2008 on my computer right now, and I have the Green Bay Packers, of course.
Naturally.
And I actually surprised fans. I actually made free agent signings before the season started, and they're like, "Wow, like we're actually a good team. It's a Christmas miracle."
It's a Christmas miracle.
I've got some pretty good players on my team overall from the 2008 Madden series, but like I have, I traded. People might be mad at me. I traded the Packers' first and second round picks.
Unbelievable. You are just
for Adrian Peterson.
But
the rookie Adrian Peterson. So I got him at the prime of his life, like ready to go. I also have Brandon Jackson on my team, who the Packers got at that point as well too. You have no idea who I'm talking about because you're like Packers
2008.
Stuff.
I can barely remember what I had for breakfast. It was a bagel.
Clearly.
It was a bagel.
A hard bagel.
Hard crummy bagel.
Now is it a bagel or is it a bagel?
It's a bagel.
It's a bagel, like a bag.
Well, I'm more of a bag.
You are a little bit of a basket case, more than a bag.
Yeah.
Interesting. But I love Madden. Packers, we're going to win the Super Bowl this year. We've only lost one game. Let's go.
Who's your quarterback, though?
Brett Favre. I have rookie.
Did he retire yet?
I have rookie Aaron Rodgers.
Has he retired and come back yet?
I haven't finished the season yet. I've actually sat Favre a couple
It's
of times.
2017. You haven't even finished the first season of 2008.
No.
Unbelievable.
I've been a little busy.
I've noticed.
What do I do with myself? I'm here for 12 hours a day. What do you expect me to be playing Madden while I'm on the air?
At least teaching
I
your
should.
infant son how to play.
He's 4 months old today.
Yeah,
Happy 4 month
he's
old day. You can't say happy 4 month year, like happy 4 months.
Happy 4-month 3.
Happy more month 3, Beckham.
Yes.
Way to be a grown man.
Yeah.
Beckham likes the Browns. No, he doesn't. Just kidding. No one likes the Browns. Oh my gosh. Are there any other comments?
No.
Nothing else? No one else is saying anything?
#BaxRage. Baxrage.
Who's raging?
Bruce Sports.
#Bruce Sports is raging.
Our boss.
Somebody's mad at me for raging.
Like the metaphor of Bruce Sports is saying #BaxRage.
#BaxRage.
So
I can get on board with
I don't know if that's a real
Rage.
person or if that's like just the network
I
itself
know
from an AI standpoint.
An
just
AI
being like,
standpoint is like the Bruce Sports Facebook at this point has just been like, we can no longer handle or we no longer support the following comments out of Baxter Colburn's mouth.
The
So
#BaxRage.
we have entered into the #BaxRage part of the segment. We
Yes.
wish you all good luck. We are not responsible legally for anything else Baxter says the rest of the show.
Yeah.
Makes sense to me.
Yeah.
Should we talk about baseball?
Yeah, we can.
All right, Brennan Mense is here with us, joining us now on halftime here on Bruce Sports. Would you just spill your beer?
It's my first sip too. This is
Good
ridiculous.
God, you
I'm
need
like,
help.
I'm like, it's 11:38. I got to have a sip before Jeff yells at me.
Yeah,
gonna
I'm
just spill
surprised
it all
Jeff
over
hasn't come
myself.
to the studio yet. Be like, drink your beer.
Yeah, I know. Anyways,
Anyway, Brennan, how are you today, sir?
I'm doing fantastic. How are you?
Better than Tanner, that's for sure. Which
I'm a
isn't-
disaster today, Brennan.
Brennan,
I'm falling apart.
Sorry.
I was gonna say if you could see what I'm having to deal with right now, Brennan, I feel like you're probably thankful that it's just a phone call today.
I can visualize it. And for the record, I am not currently drinking any sort of alcoholic beverage, so
I don't blame you.
there will be
Brennan,
no party fouls during
We're
this.
gonna have to let you go then, Brennan. All of our guests are required by law to drink here.
Whoa. Hey now.
Hey now.
No. We mean well. All right, Brennan, the World Baseball Classic is rolling along right now. We actually had a comment here earlier in the show that I wanted to actually ask you about. Peter on Facebook was asking us if we feel like the World Baseball Classic is, in a sense, worth it for the extra exposure, the playing time that some of these guys get before the season starts versus the potential injuries and then the fatigue for some of these guys as well going into the regular season for Major League Baseball. What are your thoughts about that?
And I think for a lot of guys, it is worth it. I mean, for some guys that aren't necessarily superstars or even guys that aren't even major league players, a chance to get them exposure in the U.S. and internationally as well. In particular, I'm thinking about the Netherlands-Cuba game, which the Netherlands yesterday romped Cuba 14-1, eliminating the island nation. And to look at the entire roster, these are all guys that are stuck on the island and so are unknown to major leaguers. And then on the flip side with the Netherlands.
Oop, you're breaking up a little bit there, Brennan. I don't know if you're in a
Sorry.
if you're kind of
Okay.
all over the place there.
Yeah, it happens when you live in a cave.
I was going to say, come
Yes.
out of the baseball cave and speak
Yeah,
to
that's
us,
right,
Brennan.
that's
Give
right.
us your
I'm-
knowledge and your wisdom.
I am doing the best I can right now. But anyways, Netherlands, for them yesterday, right fielder Walter Valentin, who formed
Oh,
don't know off the top of my head, but is currently playing in Japan and had 2 homers and 5 RBIs for the Netherlands yesterday. A power bat and big time player over in Nippon professional baseball. So a big players that really see a lot. One guy I'm happy to see on Monday night it was in the match between Italy and Venezuela, which of course Venezuela had a dramatic comeback in the 9th inning to win that one. One I was happy to see was a pitcher by the name of A.J. Morris throw 5 no-hit innings for Italy. Of course, I'm partial for that because he and I share the alma mater, Kansas State, albeit he's years older than me.
It still
But
counts.
nonetheless, a guy
counts.
a guy with 7 major league appearances, throwing 5 hit innings against a lineup stacked full of major league stars. So I was really thrilled to see that. And that's kind of one of the underlying of the World Baseball Classic that's so neat. You get to see a lot of under-the-radar, in some cases completely unknown players take on teams of superstars and hold their own.
That's one of the questions I was going to ask is, how important is it for these lesser-known baseball teams from countries around the world who don't really have any superstars or players in the MLB at all, really? I mean, you're looking at, Israel, Korea, the Netherlands. I mean, there's a lot of teams here who you don't see a lot of these players in the major leagues, but yet they're still putting up good numbers against some of these star players.
It's kind of that factor of having a chip on their shoulder there that plays into effect there, is just kind of these guys like, all right, we have nothing to lose. We have the entire world in front of us, so you know what? Let's just go out and show what we can do and play for the pride of our country at the same. Sure.
Charge!
Sure,
that's kind of what I'm imagining from the smaller...
Spartan war cry into battle.
Exactly.
That's right.
Probably not exactly like that, but I get where you're coming from.
Yes, I would agree with that. I know you, Tanner, and you know me.
Yeah, I host
Brennan.
a show with you 5 days a week.
I know you want to ask Brennan about a special someone in your life.
I do?
Oh, boy.
I do.
That's what I've been hearing.
I have a feeling what this question is going to be about.
Does his name start with a T and end with an M Tebow?
How did I know?
How do you even spell M Tebow? Timothy Tebow, ask your question. Voice your thoughts.
What is the relevance of this man? Why do people care? I mean, it's a political stunt.
He
from
made
the
a
Mets
diving
standpoint.
catch. He got a hit. Sign him.
Sign him. I mean, he's not making
a
lot of money.
Signed.
So
true.
Yeah, he is
Sign him
already
again.
Signed. He is already signed. Playing in the minor leagues as a player of his status, you're not making a lot of money, and I don't know if he really believes that he's going to make it into the big leagues, but what is going on with Tim Tebow in New York? It's absolutely ridiculous from my consideration, at least.
Well, I have to agree with you on that, hand there, and having around the very lowest levels of professional baseball where you're seeing guys, I see guys really traveling across the country to play in middle of nowhere for virtual thing. And a lot of them, like I was, were very upset when Tim Tebow got signed, and on top of that got a $100,000 signing bonus from the Mets. And yeah, more than just a publicity stunt since the beginning. And
we're losing Brennan again.
Serious.
I think we still got you there.
Still there?
You're breaking up a little bit there. But anyway, go ahead, finish your thought there for us.
But I appreciate that he's at least making a somewhat serious attempt. I wish that the Mets wouldn't have essentially played into that by giving him basically a shot across spring training, and has been assigned to minor league camp now. He only got that hit because they were strong players due to split squads in the World Baseball Classic. But overall, I'm not a huge fan of it. I don't think he'll make it very far in pro baseball. I'll be impressed if he'll hold his own in IA.
It does seem to me like it has been a publicity stunt from day one, and I'm sure it is selling certain jerseys just from the comical value of it in itself. But we're not talking about a guy like Bo Jackson, who was a great in football and a great in baseball. We're not talking about a Michael Jordan, who was one of the greatest in basketball, who tried to do baseball and it didn't work out. We're talking about a guy who tried to do football and it didn't work out, and then he's trying to do baseball, but because he's a well-known name, a celebrity, if you will, people are giving him a chance, and people are going to watch his games expecting him to hit these bombing, towering home runs, hotels.
Maybe you have to hit hotels if you have travel.
But yeah, it's ridiculous.
Baseball thing doesn't work out.
Yeah, that's right. Exactly.
It's a good fallback business.
The hotel business?
It is. Why not?
Yeah.
It is. It is. All right, Brennan. Well, we appreciate you joining us today on Halftime. We apologize that we're kind of all over the place today, but we appreciate you putting up with us, and we look forward to having you back on the program again real soon. All right?
Yeah, no problem.
All right. We'll talk to you soon. There goes Brennan Mense. Poor guy. I feel
Poor
bad.
guy.
He just had to sit there and just listen to us go all over the place, basically.
Well, that's what you get for coming on a Wednesday.
That's true. Yeah, Wednesday is hump day, and we just are hashtag not responsible.
You'd think you'd get this from us on like a Monday.
Yeah,
or like
maybe.
a Tuesday, even a Tuesday. But I'm excited to come in on Mondays. Well, I don't know what it is with
It's
today.
Monday fun day.
I don't know what it is with today.
Yeah, it's true. James on Facebook says it's awesome for a team like Israel. Those players get the exposure they would not normally get.
Yes.
Really, all young players get that big stage competition feel.
You know, a lot of these players who are playing from some of these other countries like the Netherlands and like Israel, they don't get a chance to play in front of scouts.
Right.
They don't get a chance to play in front of really anybody that's going to put them out there with to have a chance to play professional baseball. And they may not compete from on the same level as the guys who are playing professional baseball, but they at least have a chance to say, hey, this is my one opportunity to play the best I can.
Yeah.
And if somebody's watching, maybe they'll give me a shot.
I agree.
And then go make $15,000 a year in the minors.
Yeah, maybe.
That's another topic of discussion, but yes.
I agree.
But yeah, no, I think it's a great thing. It gives these players an opportunity to really just put their skills on display, if you will, and they wouldn't normally have that opportunity back in their home country. So
You're right about that. Trevor says nobody catches Bo.
nobody catches
You're
Bo.
right about that. And then Jeff says, hashtag drink Tanner.
Come on.
Drink.
Unbelievable.
You brought this upon yourself by drinking excessively the first couple of shows we did.
I didn't think he was watching earlier today.
Jeff is
He's
always watching. Kind of
He's
like
always
Tom.
watching.
Tom's always watching.
Tom's
too.
always watching.
Always watching you, Wazowski.
Always watching. Wazowski.
Yo, old Milwaukee. What up, Adam?
Hashtag
But-
Tanner's beer is getting warm.
Hashtag drink. You should just, at this point, you should just shotgun the whole heck of the beer. And just
I
be
could.
Like, you could.
I'm not going to.
We don't have that much left of the show.
Oh, yeah, 10 minutes. That's enough time for me to
Drink.
blow up, spontaneously combust, turn into a flaming ball of fire, burn down the set. Should I keep going?
Please don't.
I've already-
I enjoy the set. I, don't
I
want
already
you to burn
ruined
it
the
down.
show right before this.
Yeah, you did.
So-
I'm gonna wait for you to wait. I'm gonna wait for next Tuesday when you're on pick 6. I'm gonna purposely leave and then come in and be like super obnoxious. Be like,
Good
morning.
morning!
You'd be
I
like,
hope everybody's ready for some broadcasting. Oh, they're live.
Oh,
They're live. Shh. They're live. Can we talk about LeVar Ball now?
his house got targeted by burglars.
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 It's funny when people call them burglars.
They're burgling the houses.
That sounds like it's an organized thing where it's like you have like your career is you're just a burglar.
Burglars.
Like it's like when I was playing The Sims when I was a kid. You had the opportunity to either be a professional athlete or a burglar, and I was like, it'd be much more cool if my guy just went and robbed other Sims. He'd come home with like a 40-inch plasma. I'm like, sweet,
Heck
dude.
yeah.
You don't
Way to
make
be,
you
bro.
don't make a lot, but at least you bring home cool stuff.
That's all that matters. Got to get those gals.
I'm like, just don't put it by the fireplace. That's where the haystacks go.
Love it. So
Hashtag insurance fraud.
it's true. If you haven't heard, TMZ Sports first reported that the Ball family was a target of attempted burglary Tuesday night while LeVar and Tina and the Ball family were out at a high school basketball playoff game. Apparently, there's a suspicious crash at the family home while the family was gone watching LiAngelo and LaMelo, Chino Hill's team, as they were facing Bishop Montgomery. They ended up losing the game, 87-80, which is, of course, anytime you take on divine intervention like a bishop, you're never going to win. The power of Jesus compels them over just random
That's
Chino,
right.
Chino Hills. So this was LiAngelo's final high school game as well. So now he will be moving on to the UCL of A next year after he gets that billion and trillion dollar shoe contract that everybody thinks is total BS. Your thoughts about the burglary?
I don't know. Isn't that why you have insurance?
It's true.
It's not good. No, but it's not a good thing to get get burglarized.
Nobody likes a burglar.
So that's what I'm saying.
Nobody
Like
likes a
nobody
burglar.
calls it that. Like
Sure you
it's-
do.
Nobody likes getting robbed. That's what it is. It's getting robbed.
But like an attempted robbery,
Their house-
an attempted
their house was
an attempted burglary.
What's the difference between getting burglarized and robbed?
Burglary sounds more old-fashioned. Like,
Yeah.
we got subject to a burglar.
It's like someone in the back of the room's like, remember this word?
Remember burgling? Use that. People like when you say burgle. couple of comments here that I think we should probably talk about. Trevor says, someone get Tanner a crisp. Oh, we already talked about that. Just kidding. Why the heck? My comments were here and then they're gone. Somebody asked us for our Final Four predictions. I can pull that up at some point here and hit y'all with that. Brennan says, I see the mess now. Yes, you do, Brennan. I'm sorry about that. There's a lot of a mess swirling about here today. You're lucky. I think our correspondents purposely are glad to be in places like Boston and other states that they don't have to deal with us in person, because I can't imagine poor Brennan sitting in between us as you and I are just like, tell us about Tim Tebow.
Yeah.
Like, he'll be like, guys,
come on. Can I bring up some more LeVar Bell quotes?
Please. Ball, not Bell.
LeVar, what did I say, Bell?
You said LeVar Bell.
Well,
he's not related to Le'Veon.
I'll just call him LeVar. He's my boy.
Lav.
He's totally ridiculous.
Call him
I'm
Lava.
so sick of this guy already. I'm gonna hate his son when he's in the NBA, and I'm assuming that when he gets there, it's gonna be a situation much like Johnny Manziel, where he's got all this hype. I know, but I'm talking about from
Maybe a summer party. I don't know.
The league as a whole disliking this person for basically what his dad has done to him.
You brought this upon yourself.
So LeVar says, Lonzo should be number one because he's the only player in the draft that can make everyone else around him better. As you can see that with UCLA. Why shouldn't he be number one? He's earned it. Nobody else is playing like him. Nobody else is doing what he's doing. He's selling out arenas. He's making all his players better. Why shouldn't he be number one? How do you start your franchise without that guy? And this is ridiculous because how do the other players on UCLA? This is affecting the school. It's affecting all the players in the team. And is is Lonzo asking for this from his dad?
No.
What are the other
Not
players
publicly, at least.
What do the other players on the team think about this? Do they start disliking Lonzo?
I feel like I would if I was a teammate of Lonzo's. I'd be like, dude,
tell your dad to shut up.
Seriously,
we're about to go play in the NCAA tournament. Tell your dad to just shut up.
Shut his mouth and back away slowly.
I don't want your T-shirts, and I don't want to pay $60 for them.
Yeah.
Have you seen the T-shirts?
It just says Big Baller Brand.
They're hideous.
Yeah.
It's not even stylish.
Are they comfy, maybe? Is that what the $60 is?
It's a
Shipping
Hanes.
and handling?
It's a Hanes, and it's not even tagless. Unbelievable.
Tim Tebow wouldn't wear it.
Unbelievable.
Tim Tebow loves Hanes.
Here's another... Oh, my God, I could do this every day. Here's another arrogant quote from Big Baller LeVar Ball. All three of my boys are going to be one and done. That is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard.
Why?
Wouldn't you want your kids to stay
an
in
education.
school if they...
He doesn't care. He just wants the money.
That's all he wants. I agree.
I bet these boys have been coached so well that when they get to the NBA, the first thing they're going to have to do is give Daddy a cut.
Need I remind you that LeVar Ball was a one and done in college?
Yeah, how'd that work out for him? His 2.2.
2.2 points per game.
But he could take MJ.
That's what he says.
Take MJ.
That's what he says.
Whoa, now.
Who knows?
Oh, Nelly.
Yeah, we work out on Christmas. Christmas is all day. People say, you work out on Christmas. Yeah, we work out on Christmas. Christmas is all day. But it also makes us understand that we got to jump on people because a lot of people don't do nothing on Christmas. They take it as a holiday.
It's okay to take a day off. Dear God. I feel like I would be so mad if I was his kid. Be like, Dad, stop it. Let me just live my freaking life for a little bit. Like, if my parents pushed me this hard when I was a kid, I would think I would just go to quit sports altogether.
Christmas Day, apparently, with the Ball brothers, is a game of dominoes.
What does that
Who
even
actually
mean?
plays dominoes?
I play dominoes. Mexican Train. I think
that's what they're playing. I don't know.
I'm sure they're playing something.
That's what I mean. Okay.
Yeah.
Whatever.
I'm game for that.
Well, I'm sure we'll talk more Lonzo tomorrow.
That's
LeVar.
true. Trevor says, this just in, the Hamburglars behind the ball burglaries. Say that at least 5 times fast.
The Hamburglars behind the ball burglary.
Hamburger.
You heard it here first on Bruce Sports. The Hamburglars.
What was it? Snowstorm Sally, or was it Snowstorm? Snowstorm Stella. Stella. That's what I wanted.
Yes.
All right, let's go all the way back to Adam, who was like, "Yo, what's your Final Four prediction?" Hashtag I'm taking over the show. All right, Adam, I see you, bro. You thought you could take over the show, and it took us a good 7 minutes to finally get to you.
Unbelievable.
So you took over the show in my mind, where I'm like, Adam wants to say something. Talk to Adam, but I couldn't get to you yet, Adam. I had to let this dumpster fire next to me keep going.
Sooner or later, I'll bring
you want
out.
my Final Four? Here's my Final Four for the world to hear and see. On the left side of my bracket.
Yes.
From the state of Virginia, the University of Virginia, and Gonzaga. That's one side of my Final Four. Virginia and Gonzaga. The right side of my Final Four. From the Mitten State, the University of Michigan. And from Carolina, UNC. So 2 1 seeds, a 7 seed, and a 5 seed. Virginia, Gonzaga on the left, Michigan, and UNC on the right.
Okay.
Hit me with your best shot. Fire away.
I agree with the UNC. Arizona could be up there.
Yeah. Well, yeah,
But
that's the thing, though. People are jumping on Arizona because they're like, well, they're playing in their home state.
It could be. It's a scary pick.
What did that actually mean?
It's a scary
anything?
pick. It doesn't ever.
Welcome to sports. Where
I'll
nothing
give
makes
you.
sense.
I'll give you my Final Four tomorrow.
Why? Because you still have a major Final Four.
I'm still tweaking.
You can't keep tweaking and twerking. I made these predictions on Sunday. I've had numerous experts.
This is why I did not.
I have
just
had numerous
photocopy your bracket.
experts come on Brew Sports telling me their opinions, and
Yeah.
I have not once wavered.
Well, guess who's gonna win? Guess who's gonna win our?
Not you.
Should we tell? You want to tell? Before we do our quick, I do have a start sit cut. So.
I'm excited for the start sit cut.
But do you want to tell people where to sign up for the
Absolutely.
March
So as
Madness
soon as we
tournament?
get off the air here, you're going to be able to click on our description of the show here on Facebook, and you'll be able to not be logged, but you'll be able to sign up for free for our bracket challenge. $100 first prize. Second and third place get a great Brew Sports T-shirt. Fourth place gets to take Tanner to dinner. Fifth place gets to watch my son. Actually, no, I want to watch my son. No, you can't have my son. But yeah, that's it. Sign up for free. $100 first prize, second and third place. You guys get Brew Sports T-shirts. Link will be posted here in the description as soon as we're done off the air, so make sure to go check it out. Sign up for free today. Brackets are closing soon. Do not miss out. It's going to be a hella good time.
True that.
What do you got?
Okay. Start, sit, cut.
Love it. Live it. Love it or list it.
Okay, so tomorrow is the opening day of the Arnold Palmer Invitational.
Arnie Palmy. Lemonade
at Bay Hill
and
in
vodka,
Orlando,
or
Florida.
iced tea.
And in the wake of...
I'm sorry. Before we go,
Yes.
people continue to make comments
okay.
here that we need to get to.
Read the comments. That's fine.
James says hashtag not even tagless.
Adam says, I'm in your head, Baxter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Peter referencing to one of the things that Ball told, back in my heyday, I would kill Michael Jordan one-on-one. Yes. People are giving us our Final Four predictions, though.
So,
comment below if you've got
yeah.
your Final Four predictions. I want to know how bad you all are going to lose.
My dad says Creighton, Marquette, Wichita State, and Xavier. My dad went to Creighton, I went to Marquette, so he's definitely not a homer. He's not biased. My dad runs
is that physically possible to have those all teams?
I know.
I think it is.
My dad does a huge March Madness tournament every year
Way
with
to
like
get it,
80
big man.
people, but he has never won. And it's
Wichita
been like 15 years.
And Xavier. Ian says Duke, Gonzaga, Michigan, and UCLA.
I'll just have you guys pick my bracket for me.
Yeah, right?
You guys
If you
are
missed
better
any
off
of
than
it,
me.
David Kenyon of Bleacher Report joined the Morning Brew this morning. He had some really good insights on like the 6 through 9 seed teams.
Mm-hmm.
Go and check that video out here on our Facebook, our website, brewsportsnet.com, our YouTube channel. Subscribe, Brew Sports as well.
Okay.
Arnold Palmer Invitation starts tomorrow,
Arnold
doesn't
Palmer
it?
Invitational starts tomorrow at Bay Hill, his course in Orlando, Florida. So thank you to my brother for giving me these topics. Start, sit, cut. 3 of the greats, Jack Nicklaus, Arnold Palmer, and Tiger Woods.
In their primes or currently?
In their primes.
Okay.
Current?
I don't know.
Arnold Palmer's 6 feet under right now. Are you kidding me?
But his short game is amazing.
This is why this is relevant. His short game is amazing. Oh my god. We've hit a new low on the show.
You are asking me to talk about golf as much
Okay,
as I
I'll
talked
start.
about baseball.
Okay, I'll start.
Tiger Woods, I start. I cut Palmer. I sit Nicklaus.
All right, why not? In their prime. So this is pre-mistress Tiger Woods.
No, it was Mistress. He was Mr. Singh while he was
right.
priming.
It was pre-publicized.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's why he played so well.
This is when we still thought he was going to break Jack Nicklaus's record for
Right.
major wins. Excuse me. I'm going to have to cut Tiger Woods, just because he's an embarrassment. And I'm not talking about his skill. I'm talking about even off the course. He still thinks he's the greatest. So
No,
he
he
still thinks he
doesn't.
can play.
Tiger doesn't. He would have actually continued to play. He keeps be like, oh, my back hurts.
He was an honorary like assistant captain or like assistant to the captain
At the Ryder Cup? Yeah.
And he tried.
He was like,
He honestly believed that he was supposed to be in the picture, and everyone's like, Tiger,
get out of here, bro.
You're not really like you
Go
can't,
home, Tiger, you're
You
drunk."
can't sit with us.
he was like,
You can't sit with us. So I'm gonna cut Tiger.
Oh.
I have to sit Nicholas only because Arnold Palmer is my favorite golfer of all time.
Interesting.
He was a go big or go home kind of guy.
Go big.
He put himself in situations where even if he was up by 6-7 strokes, he still wanted to, put the ball in the hole. So
put it in the hole.
Yes, I'm gonna start Arnold Palmer. He's
right.
just a grand old dude.
He is. He's Yankee Doodle Dandy.
The Golden Bear,
I love the Golden Bear.
probably the best, but
Hashtag Golden Bear on.
Arnie or die.
Arnie or die.
That's the way I go.
Right,
so.
Arnie or die.
So
A couple more Final Four predictions here for us
Okay.
as we close
What
out
do we
the
got
show.
here?
Adam says Nova, Zona, Kansas, and UNC.
Okay.
I get on that. I basically took all the 1 seeds and I 2 seed and said, let's hope for the best.
The Masters is right around the corner. That's next month.
Sure.
You're gonna have to study up. If
I
I have
know,
to talk,
I
if I have to
know.
talk soccer, you got to talk golf sometimes.
I
with me.
understand. I don't mind the Masters.
I don't mind soccer.
Good.
Okay.
Onward.
Are we done with that?
Sure.
Okay. We've resolved another issue. It was a rough day. I'm feeling some tension over here. I sipped my beer. Sipped it. You know it's a bad day when Baxter has drank more of his beer than I have of mine. So, Jeff, I don't know.
Hashtag get
I
over
don't know.
it, Jeff.
Anyways, what should we move out here?
Couple more, yeah. Trevor says St. Bonaventure, John Carroll, Creighton, and Marquette, apparently.
Yeah, so
Good luck with that.
my brothers went to St. Bonaventure and Trevor went to John Carroll. So
Trevor.
we're
I figured as
a
much.
family full of biased people.
Sounds about right. Peter says Nova, Gonzaga, Purdue, Butler. That's an intriguing one. Greg says Duke, Michigan, Vermont, and UCLA.
Maybe I should just copy Peter's bracket because it's so ridiculous, but it's totally
Sometimes
possible.
the most ridiculous ones win.
No, I really do think, I don't know. I think Nova's going to be the first 1 seed to go down.
Na, 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 na. Hey, hey, hey,
Anyways,
goodbye. All right.
this has been quite the day.
It really has. Jeff says hashtag drink Baxter. Jeff, I don't see you drinking. Drink your own dang beer.
Smart money is on DeVry.
Who is DeVry?
DeVry University?
Never heard of
It's like an online college, I think.
Oh, hashtag Kaplan.
That's Bruce Sports, by the way. Smart money is on hashtag DeVry.
We're cheeky here at Bruce Sports. All right, let's get the heck out of here. Turber says start Palmer, sit Nicholas, cut Tiger. Hashtag Arnie's Army.
Can we try it again tomorrow?
I hope so.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
You're back tomorrow,
yeah,
right? You're
I
not
am.
skipping out of town like you normally do?
No.
Cool beans.
As long as you guys don't fire me yet. So I'll be here.
Can't guarantee anything. Special thanks
I'll
to
be
Rachel
here.
Wood and Brennan Mense for joining us on the program today to keep this dumpster fire of a show still going. It has just been an absolute joy, a pleasure, and an all-around wonderful moment of my entire sports career. I will always remember this day.
This show
It will live in infamy. When Tanner and I are old and gray in the home being like, Tanner,
Do you
remember March 15th,
March 15th?
2017? Holy poop! Like, basically, that'll be the
That
way I'm
was the
gonna
year
say it.
I picked DeVry to go all the way, and they lost to ITT Tech in the Final Four. I could have won $1 billion that year if it weren't for LeVar Ball stealing all of my shoe money. We've peaked.
Oh, we really have. We have hit a
peaked.
high bar today, folks. We still got more programming today, and God knows and God hopes they will be better than the rest of this.
Fingers crossed.
Happy hour at 4 p.m. College road trip with a panel I've heard tonight. They're just throwing out all the stops on college road trip tonight from 5 to 6. Barry Nelson, Ryan Thies. Don't miss it. Hey, he
What?
finished one beer today. Thankfully, it wasn't his, though.
Every time we go to you, I'm secretly drinking a different beer.
It would be amazing if we just had a bit where literally every time we cut to you, your beer changed.
Yeah, see,
Beer
okay, so
change,
he's on
beer
Baxter real
change,
quick, okay, now
beer
come
change.
back. I just finished an entire six-pack.
You just progressively take off clothes, or you just change
Not even,
outfits,
not even buzzed.
just like a Velcro shirt, just like whoosh, do it.
I will do that someday.
We'll work
you
that
know
into
I
the
will.
show somehow
You
going
know I
forward.
will.
Where can they
All right.
find you on social media, Banner?
I don't know if I want, after today's show, I don't know if I want them to find me. You can find me at Banner Turk on Instagram, Snapchat, the socials, whatever.
At Baxter Colburn. The Q is
Yeah.
silent.
I don't know what to say.
There's no Q in Baxter. I was waiting for you to respond. At Bruce Sportsnet on Twitter and Instagram. Hashtag Bruce Sports on Twitter and Instagram and Facebook and all over the wide world of sports. Holy cow. We'll see you guys soon. Sign up for the Bracket Challenge. It'll be in the description as soon as we're off the air. We'll see you guys next time. For Tanner Burke, I'm Baxter Colburn. Thanks for watching Halftime. We'll see you guys next time on Brew Sports. Have a good rest of your day.